Welcome back to Grosvenor Sport. My name is Will Brazier. We're here at the Vic Casino and we are chatting all about Spurs versus Manchester City. It's the first game of the season and I'm joined by two men that know the fixture very well. Jamie O'Hara, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Very good.
Good stuff. Joleon, how are you?
Afternoon.
Big game to start with. Jamie, what are you thinking straight off the bat?
It's not the ideal fixture for Spurs at the start of the season, is it, to play the reigning champions? I mean, look, they got a great side, just signed Grealish, and then loads of talk about the Harry Kane situation. So it's going to be a tough afternoon. It always is when you play Man City. You can't get the ball from them. But you know what? Watching a Community Shield the other day might catch them when they're just still on holiday. You know, like they might still be in that.
I think some of them are, to be honest.
I feel like some of them are not there yet. So might be a good time to play them. Still, never ideal. It's always going to be tough afternoon, but I don't know. I'll take a draw.
Take a draw now. Jolly, I mean, it's tricky. I mean, they've just strengthened, haven't they?
They're strengthened, but like Jamie said, then the timing of it could suit Spurs. I think if it's middle of the season, both full-strength teams and squads, then I'm back in City. But the fact that, 6 of the players have literally just come back today. Kevin De Bruyne is out as well. So, tough. It's tough. Spurs ain't an easy place to go. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's speculation around Harry Kane. The fans are back in the stadium.
Yeah.
All of them contribute. And Spurs, have had probably majority of their squad together longer for pre-season. Yeah. So
we've had a good pre-season as well, by the way. Like, we've done all right. We haven't lost in pre-season. Beat Arsenal the other day.
You've got to get that one in, haven't you?
Do you know what I mean? So, just another dig there, you know. So we've had a good pre-season with the whole sort of speculation around Harry Kane. It could have been a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But Nuno's come in. I think he's got it right, with the players.
Who's been playing up front?
Son.
Oh, okay.
Played Son as the 9. He's played Bergwijn and Mora, so the team's been all,
No, but they beat City in the Champions League a couple of years ago with Son up front and kind of the similar
Son's
setup.
Decent up front. Like, he's all right. Like, he's, a lot of times Mourinho played, sort of 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 even. Yeah. And he played Son and Kane as strikers. So Son can play there. Yeah. And obviously we've just signed Romero as well from Atalanta, who's a really good player. So he might throw him straight in. And I think, look, we're still miles off it in terms of where we were a few years back when we were getting a Champions League final, but it's a lot better than it was.
It's a road there. What about, let's talk about Harry Kane. It's all anyone's talking about at the moment. Jolene, where do you think he'll be when it comes to deadline day?
I think he'll be at City, honestly, I don't know. He'll be there. I don't know inside information.
Scoop?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, haven't
he
spoken
knows.
to anyone. But yeah, the way it kind of plans out, and when you're involved in that, there's so much speculation for it not to happen. I don't remember a scenario where that has happened recently, where there's been so much speculation. Clubs are speaking about players. Like we've seen Pep come out the other day and said they're interested, they want to negotiate, and for that to be the case and not to go through would be kind of weird now. To be fair, so I see it happening.
It's been, obviously, he wasn't at training. He said, obviously, it was always planned like that.
Yeah, nonsense.
You reckon?
Yeah. Come on, let's not beat around the bush.
Get a statement written together.
He put the statement together 5 days after he didn't turn up. Like, if you were going to really say, like, sorry, I'm not here, and, there's been a mix-up with travel, blah, 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 you would have said it the day later to stop the whole PR fiasco.
Stop that bloke turning up with that.
Yeah, I think he saw the Pep Guardiola sort of interview and thought, this isn't, this might not happen. It's not 100%.
Yeah.
They've just signed Grealish for 100 million. Messi becomes available on a free. So all of a sudden you're thinking, I might need to backtrack on my PR a little bit here. And, I just didn't handle it very well, considering he's the most professional footballer I think I've seen in a long, long time. Yeah, he's had a bad week. He's had a bad week.
That surprised me, to be fair, the handling of it, regardless of if he was advised to do it or not. People around him should have got handled that a lot better. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have advised him to do it if they did, and if he suggested to do it, they should have been the people saying, "No, that's not a good look." Regardless of if he does or doesn't go, you've got to go to training.
Is his brother his agent?
I think he is. Yeah.
I think his brother's his agent.
He's in that circle.
And it's very easy, your brother being your agent when you're flying and you're
renegotiating.
Yeah, like when you're renegotiating a deal for 250 grand a week, you say, I want that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, when you've got to deal with a sort of a situation where you want out and you've got to play it right and you've got to do PR You got to play the whole. It's not. That's where,
and it's new. You know what I mean? It's your
Come on,
first time you're
start.
experiencing this. So as I said, it's not an easy one to manage, but I think they got that wrong. The Harry Kane team got that decision wrong.
But on the pitch as well, there's a lot of talk that everyone needs Harry Kane, but City can play without a number 9. But the way Kane's been playing, does he almost fit? Can he play further back as well?
I think he's been doing that for Spurs for a period of time now. I think he goes to City and he plays higher.
Yeah.
City don't need him to come short. I think we've seen that a little bit in England, in the Euros. For me, he was coming short when England probably don't need him to do that as much. You can play further up and isolate yourself, and for him not to be involved, it may be new and harder for him not to be involved, but you're going to be in an area where the ball's coming. And I think if you do that, Harry Kane scores goals. No, that's never in doubt. But adapting to not contributing to the structure of the team, I think that's what he'll have to learn a bit more and be a little bit more selfish in his position and just think, I just need to be here.
Yeah, it's scary, really, isn't it? I mean, they won the league. They've just bought Grealish. Kane's on the horizon.
Listen, if you pick one perfect player that Man City need to play in a Pep Guardiola team, it's Harry Kane. Now, you talk about Lukaku and Haaland and all these players who, world-class players. If you were going to pick one person that was going to fit into that system to make it absolutely nailed on, a false number 9 who can score goals, who can create, is a leader, it's the perfect signing. I know they signed Grealish for 100 million, but really and truthfully, the player that they absolutely need to win the Champions League is Harry Kane.
Yeah. Let's talk about Spurs. Nuno's in there. What did you make of the appointment, Jamie?
Well, it was one of 20, wasn't he? They went for everyone, but I actually like him. I liked Wolves, the way they played. He had a tough season last year with Wolves. He lost Jimenez, lost Jota to Liverpool. And they struggled through the season with injuries. Had to change the formation a little bit. But as a manager, I really like him. Like, he's got something about him. He has a philosophy which he sticks to no matter what. So I love that. He's not, chopping and changing all the time. And he's quite sort of, when I look at him, he's quite stern. I feel like he knows.
Scary.
He's not. I don't feel like he's going to be
respect by just his aura. He's got a composed aura, and he's kind of someone that you think, he demands high standards.
He's not going to be messed about, is he?
Yeah. No.
I think even with the Harry Kane situation, I think he's a bit like, well, if you don't want to be here, mate, go.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, because a lot of people would be soft. So I wasn't disappointed in the appointment at all. I mean, look, I would have loved, Antonio Conte or Pochettino coming back, but
it's just the surprise for me, not the appointment, was the way it happened, the way it played out. Like you said, it was linked with so many. Like,
people
I think,
turning it down, weren't they?
I think he was linked with the job first. Yeah. When he announced he was leaving Wolves, and I was like, that makes sense. And then it went to other people, and they went around the houses and came back to him. But in terms of the appointment, it's a good one. Like Jamie said, he's got a structure, he knows what he's doing. And I think for Wolves last season, Jimenez was massive. But in the time he was there, that was the first blip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for 3 or 4 seasons, they consecutively and progressively got better and become established in the Premier League.
It become a bit of a circus, didn't it? At Spurs for a little bit. It was embarrassing. And I think what Daniel Levy realised very quickly was Mourinho left, and then the stock of the football club just dropped through the floor. Because when Mourinho signed, it was, you had Son, you had Kane, you just got Champions League. There was still something to be like sort of massive about with the stadium. Then all of a sudden, Mourinho's left. The managers look at it and go, well, hold on, Mourinho's one of the most successful managers in the world. If he can't do anything there, I'm not touching that. Kane wants to go. The squad needs completely rebuilding. So it's a tough project to go in there, because Spurs fans expect top 4.
Yeah.
We got to get in the top 4. Like, we have no given right to be in the top 4, but that's what they expect. So it's a tough job for Nuno, but so far he looks like he's done all right.
Is it almost feel like it's gone back to sort of, the days, getting Pochettino from Southampton, sort of that, like, not a stepping stone, but there's clear building blocks there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a great signing, obviously, Pochettino, and I think Nuno's exactly the same. Similar sort of, Wolves, Southampton. I think Wolves are probably a bigger club than Southampton, to be honest, but done really well with them. Like, last season was a blip for Wolves. They ended up just getting it over line, make sure they stayed in the Premier League. Lost their best player in Jimenez, and after that, they're playing an 18-year-old up front. So, I think he's a really, really good manager. This is a big test for him, but I think this is the next step for him in terms of management, stepping up to a bigger club in Tottenham and a bigger job.
In terms of that, but what is he? He was at Porto, right? So he's worked with big players, and the expectation of having to win, having to do well, and support pressure. So he's experienced that. So again, it's not all going to be new, but and like Jamie said, I think it's a good appointment.
This game as well, I mean, from a neutral standpoint, always goals in it, Joleon. Any big standout matches over the
normally
years
for Man City.
Standout, what, Premier League games between these two?
Even the Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just remember the Champions League one with this, like the handball goal and then the VAR decision. I'm just like, whoa, that's still painful, that, you know what I mean? Because I think that was the year when they get over the line and then they go on to win it. But always good fixtures. As I said, it's a nice one to start with in terms of the occasion for the fans to see. You know what I mean? It's we've missed being able to go to games. Well, not me and Jamie, but fans have missed that. So to see the new signings, hopefully for Spurs, Harry Kane's involved to some capacity. But yeah, just excited to see the game.
Love that. I've got down here, gents. We've got to make a combined 11 of Spurs and City, but I'm going to rephrase
that. That are available right now.
Yeah, currently.
Really?
But what Spurs players get in the Man City side? I mean, there's a few.
Well, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Son?
Oh, that's a big statement. Son over Grealish.
Can we fit him in on the wings, maybe?
I'm gonna keep my Spurs hat.
I'll tell you who gets in there, could get in there, is Reguilon.
Yeah.
Zinchenko.
I like Zinchenko.
Zinchenko's one of the best left backs in the world. He's not even a left back.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good. But I'm saying he could get in there.
He's helping you out there.
Reguilon was bad at the end of the season. He was bad. I would say I'd put Son over Grealish.
Yeah.
Over Raheem.
Yeah, but Raheem don't get in the Man City's team.
He gets.
You're telling me Raheem Sterling starts first game of the season?
No, because he's not. Did you just come back today? Harry Kane can't play then because he's not going to play.
Nah, Harry Kane's starting, mate. Harry Kane's starting.
It's his testimonial, isn't it?
Yeah. Raheem, that's
farewell.
Farewell, yeah.
But this is the thing. Raheem's been brilliant. Like the Euros, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he don't play for Man City.
No, he had a period where he didn't feature as much. He played in the Champions League final.
Yeah, and was really bad.
Yeah, but the whole team wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not Raheem's fault.
But he's bought in £100 million Grealish. He's starting him.
Yeah.
So for me, Grealish starts.
Yeah, he starts.
And then it's either, Foden or Mahrez.
Yeah.
Phil's out, as well. Injured.
So Sterling's nowhere near the team. It's crazy to think that because he's had such a good Euros.
It's scary, really, isn't it?
Yeah. If everyone's fit, you'd probably put Harry Kane in there, yeah, because there's no Aguero now.
Harry Kane and Son.
Right. Lots of debate there. Finally, score predictions for the game. What are you thinking? Jeremy, I'll start with you.
I think we're going to catch them at the perfect moment. Playing City at the start of the season is always a good time to play them. So I'm going to say 8-0 Man City.
That's on record now, man. That'll be clipped out, put in its own one.
I'll 2-2.
I like that.
I'll take 2-2.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't think it'll be 2-2, but I'd take it due to the fact that I know 6 of the lads are literally coming back today.
Yeah.
And away to Spurs is not a foregone conclusion that you have to win or you must win. Big team, obviously competing top 4, so I'll take a draw there all day, especially first game of the season.
We've got goals, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Like that.